Okay, now I know it's been a really long time since I came out to the woods and have done a bow review, and the time felt about right, so I apologise for it taking this long. I've got a bunch of bows that I'm going to be talking about over the sort of coming months, but last year, quite a while ago last year, my friend Lale, who runs Silver Archery in London, sent me 3 bows to do some videos on. First of which I'm going to talk about is this. Now, this is the classic takedown recurve from Striker.
Okay, Jim, I'm going to stop you there because I know you're getting your feet back in the game and sorting your head out and whatnot. I don't care. You need to get your facts straight. Clearly, the classic takedown recurve is made out of bow coat and yellow phenolic. The bow that you have is the sport takedown riser in charcoal action wood. The least you can do is get these f***ing bows right. Sort yourself out, Jim.
Now this bow, it's 60 inches long, so it's not very long. Now I would love it if Striker did a 62. I mean that's what I'm most comfortable with bow length wise. But this being, I mean it's a very tiny riser. That is only it's a 14-inch riser, so it's tiny. But like I say, you've got these really long sort of working recurve limbs. And it's only recently I've gone back to a recurve. I've been shooting a longbow or a stick bow for such a long time. It was quite nice to get out and try something a little bit different. But yeah, you've got these really elegant long limbs with a really delicate looking, it's an attractive limb tip. I don't know if you can call it a limb tip attractive. It's one of the things that with a bow, there's certain aspects of it that have to look right or I don't really like it. Like a car, if it's got a really ugly gear stick, or a key, I'm not into it. I know that's ridiculous, but limb tips are a thing for me on a bow, and these have got really nice limb tips. So I'm really impressed with that. Now, the other thing I want to talk about these limb tips, you've got a bit of phenolic, black and white phenolic under the charcoal action wood there, but it's also got phenolic on the back of the limb tip as well. So that to me suggests it could take a really high performance string. Now, what I've done, I've upgraded to a Grizzly string on it, of course I would. But the strings that come with it, it's similar to the way that Bear did it a while back with that sort of infinite kind of twist that just twists up to nothing. I'm not a huge fan of those strings at all, and it does seem, I don't know, I'm probably just sort of generalising here, but it seems like the better the bow, the worse the strings just lately. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm biased because I make strings. I've got a classic D97 Grizzly string on that. It will come with woolly whispers, and I absolutely love woolly whispers. It's got bamboo limbs, so again, talking about speed, it seems quite nippy. It's got Gordon glass on it. You've got a phenolic overlay on the front, strengthen it up, makes it look quite attractive. I believe it's cut past centre, very small sight window, but all in all, I do enjoy shooting this bow. It's the kind of my go-to bow at the moment. So I think what we're going to do, I'm going to slap the Selway on it. We're going to get out and we're going to shoot some arrows with it. And I'm going to try and talk to you about how it feels to shoot in real time. And yeah, well that's the classic Striker.
I give up.
Takedown recurve. Let's just go shooting. I'm using some different arrows today. If you know me, you know I tend to prefer the kind of traditional carbon arrows, like the gold tips and the such. I'm actually waiting on a really nice set of Victory traditional carbon arrows, but in the meantime, I've been sent some of these to have a play with. Now these are the TKO VAPs. It's micro diameter woven carbon shaft, and they're really skinny, a lot skinnier than what I'm used to, but they're tough. I've done some atrocious misses and hit some really hard things with these, and they are solid as a rock. I've bent a few points, but yeah, these are pretty nifty little arrows. I thought I'd just share that with you before we carried on shooting. You're gonna have to bear with me because it's very cold today and I'm wearing quite a few layers, so I'm not feeling the most nimble or svelte, but we've got a little pig target down there, about 15-20 yards away, so I'm going to try and shoot it with this and we'll see. Try and describe to you how it feels, if that is in fact the thing. I mean, it's really smooth. Those long limbs are incredibly smooth to draw up. It's a joy to draw up. It does sort of get a little bit stiffer towards the back end, but at sort of 29 and a bit inches, that's not too uncommon, especially for a 60-inch bow. But yeah, that is phenomenally smooth. I enjoy that. But let's carry on. Let's go shooting some more and talk some more about it in a bit. Oops. But there is zero hand shock in this bow, which is fantastic. I've recently just had a little procedure done on my wrist, so I need something without any hand shock. But this is such a, I just can't get over how smooth it is. I really want to crony it. I'm going to probably do that as a separate video. Go through and crony it, sort of, see how fast it is. It's so smooth. You know me, I'm always on about bow grips, and I'm always searching for that really sort of slim, low grip, and this is perfect. It's such a low little grip, fits my hand beautifully. I can shoot a higher grip, but I'm always trying to find that nice low grip. I mean, like the Hoyt Buffalo, that had a very low slim grip that I really got onto, really enjoyed, and that's one of the things across all the Strikers. They do have a very low slim grip, and that just suits the way I shoot. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention the little grip on there. That's a real piece of work. So that's about me done for the day. It's really cold. It's well past lunchtime, so I think we're going to go and find something to eat. But that has been the Sport Takedown Recurve. Now, I just want to say a huge thank you to Lale from Silver Archery and the guys at Striker. Especially the guys at Striker have really looked after me on the run up to the World 3Ds. They hooked me up with a bow and all sorts, and Lale as well. They've been absolutely fantastic. So thank you so much to those guys. But yeah, I love this little bow. It's kind of my go-to bow at the moment. It's the bow I'm shooting most. It's just really nice to pick up. It's fun. It's got me back feeling a certain way about archery again. It's got me feeling excited about going shooting. I guess it's just that new bow thing. But it's a lovely little bow. I'm going to do a little video speed testing it at some point, but it seems to be very quick, very nippy. Unfortunately, being short, it is a little bit twitchy. I'm going to say that. So it's a critical bow, but then again, I've said it before, a critical bow isn't necessarily a bad thing. A critical bow can be a good coach. If you shoot this bow right, it's not going to let you down. It puts them exactly where you want But yeah, I love this bow, and it's the bow I'm using, and I wouldn't use a bow that I didn't think was good. So I'm sort of I'm quite taken with this. It's beautiful little thing. Like I say, it's a 14-inch riser, so it's absolutely tiny little riser. You can almost put the riser in your pocket. It's pretty cute. Really like those limbs. Really like the limb tips. It's just a nice all-round package. In case you're wondering, this bow is £48 at 28 inches. All the striker bows are measured at 28 inches. And it's also got the interchangeable limb system, so any limb, any striker limb will fit any striker bow. But yeah, there we go. I've had a great time in the woods today. Like I say, it's first shoot back after Christmas, so everyone's a bit sore and a bit full of turkey still. But it's so nice to get out, especially on a day like this. I think we're quite lucky, even though it's a bit frosty. But anyway, it's great to be back. That's certainly not the most comprehensive bow review I've ever done, but it's just trying to find a format that works. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, shoot straight. I'll see you on the internet. Bye bye.